Hilary Duff's coming to Salt Lake City next week. Trying to decide on what bodice to do. I have some options for hardware for the top. I would love to use this underwire. I think that this would be awesome, but this would be really fun and funky to use. And I could use the big circle in the middle here, and I would use the small circle either down into the skirt, or I would flip it and use it up into these straps. We could do it however. I also have this. I'm not thrilled about this. It's my least favorite option by far, but we'll see. I'm gonna get started on draping the skirt because I know what the skirt is gonna be. So I'm gonna get going on that. In the actual dress, the bottom skirt is going to stop about here, but I have a very long torso. So I'm gonna extend this about 2 inches. That's, I think, a little bit more realistic to what I'm working with, and I'm gonna draw from there. I also have to remember that this is gonna look a little bit different on me because the proportions are a little bit high. So I think that this will look good. I'm gonna mock this up in muslin, and then we can move on to our bodice. I have the top drafted. I'm gonna take pins out and do the dart up, and I'm gonna try it on body before I go making it out of any real fabrics because I do wanna make sure that it's long enough for my torso. Front is drafted. I've put it back on the mannequin, and I'm gonna do the back. I put the front back on because I wanted to drape them as the same length. I didn't want to have to try and measure the same lengths. So this is gonna be easier. I drew my back seam line, I drew my waistline, I drew my side seam. I'm also gonna do my dart, and then I'm gonna mock this up, put the skirt together entirely before I decide if I'm moving forward. But I don't want this skirt to be like so pencil skirt though. So I think I'm gonna close up the dart in part by splicing this together. Let me see if I can do this on muslin. Partway close it up. That will give us like a little bit of flare down here. And then I can add some flare here, and I can add some flare here. I wonder if I could get away with doing no darts on the front or the back if I did this method and kind of like closed up the darts. Well, would that leave me with like a skirt? Because I don't want that. Okay, hold on, wait a second. Forget I said anything. We're keeping the darts, but we are adding a little bit of volume into the bottom of the skirt because I don't want it to be a pencil skirt. I want it to be free flowy, but not pencil. And I have to keep in mind that the lining that I'm using, not stretchy at all. No drape, no stretch, no nothing. I wish that I had found something stretchier, but I just really like the iridescent look that it has. I think it's gonna add a lot. Okay. I added some length to the center back, kept the side the same just to cover the booty, and then I'm going in and adding seam allowance to all of my seams. This is the front of the skirt that I've already mocked up. However, when I put it back on the mannequin, I realized it's so straight. So I want to splice in some volume like I did the skirt back, and I want to splice them into the center. I want to splice them into the middle of the panel and to the side seam, much like I did over there. Okay, we got some volume. We'll see if it looks good. We'll find out really soon. I'm gonna make another muslin draft. Am I yelling? Muslin round 2. Something's not right. Something's not right. Too tight, too tight. How you gonna walk? How you gonna flow? You need a little, yeah, okay. Yep, that's better. Has a little flow. It's not to the legs. Yeah, that's it. Yes. All right, first skirt try on. So far, thinking too much volume, but I think I'd rather there be too much than too little at the moment. Hold on. All the volume seems to be coming from right here. I like this. That's pretty low. Dare I say we need it to be lower? Is that crazy? Let's tuck this under here. And then potentially we could narrow this. Well, this has like tons of seam allowance on it, but potentially we could narrow that out a lot more. Nah, we don't need to narrow that anymore once the seam allowance is gone. And this might be a little too low. Pick it up a little, drop the seam allowance. All right, now we make it out of real fabrics and decide on a top. When I put it on earlier, it was a little bit tight, so I let the sides out a little, just used less of the seam allowance. So far, so good. It is a little unfortunate that I didn't choose a stretchy material for the lining. The shine on it, couldn't compete with it. This still isn't flipped under. I serged it so that way it wouldn't fray because this fabric really frays. Are you starting to see the vision? The skirt lining is done. I'm really excited about how it's turning out. Using my scissors that I used to cut beading and boning because these sequins are gonna dull my scissors. And I'm not about to use the good ones. I need some safety goggles. These things are a hazard. This is gonna look so good. My first test trying to sew with this fabric is going to be doing the darts in the skirt, which I feel like is the worst possible place to start. But it's going to give me a really good idea as to what's possible with the sequin fabric and whether I'm going to want to like fold it over the edges or insert it into the zipper, all these things. So we're going to give it a go. This might be a little crazy, but I think I can get away without doing the darts on the outside layer because it has some stretch to it. I have it laid on top of the lining and it doesn't even seem like it needs the dart. And so I'm going to skip them because I think that they're going to be horrendous to do on this fabric. So the only thing that I need to do is put the side seams together and even and then I'll have to remove sequins to put the side seams together. So I'll test it doing that, but it is looking like the sequins are gonna be problematic to say the least. And I really don't want them bothering my skin at all. So I don't want any chance of them being up against my body. Let's do the side seam. On these side seams, I'm basically only taking off the ones that were close enough to the edge to get cut through, because the other ones I can kind of push out of the way as I'm sewing, and I can still get a 1/4 inch seam allowance. So that way I'm not cutting off too much and hopefully not giving myself bare spots, although I'll have plenty of sequin to resupply if I need. And I'm not cutting the string that they're on, I'm cutting the actual sequin, hopefully to disrupt the string that's holding on the neighboring sequins as little as possible. So I'm chopping the sequin twice to take it off the string rather than cutting it at the string. Trying to decide next steps, because now I have this, and I don't think that I want to have this insert into the back seam like with the zipper. I kind of think I just want to fold this over and top stitch it next to the zipper, because I don't think that it will fare very well, because it was hard to even just get the side seams done. But that brings up, do I do that for the whole edge? Do I flip this under on its own and then essentially just top stitch this? Potentially the best way to do it is top stitch it as is, so I can see which ones I need to go through and remove, and then I could fold it under and I could do a blind hem, a hand blind hem. I'm not mad at that. The color match on the zipper, perfect, and so accidental. It was just one that I had laying around. First, we want to cover this with our lining. I have my fabric folded so that as I cut right here, this is going to be on the bias, so that way I can make a tube and attach it to the underwire, and it's going to create an underwire casing that I can attach my cups to, and that I can also have continuous piece here so that I can connect the bodice of the dress to it, but also connect the skirt to it, probably by hand sewing it. I just took that 1-inch tube, I went and serged it and then turned it inside out, and this is gonna make our lives so much easier. And while we're here, I'm making one for the strap as well. I'm hoping that because I'm gonna do like a built-in shelf bra, that the strap isn't actually gonna hold any weight, because I hate when a halter top is bearing down on my shoulders. It's so uncomfortable. Do a little drape and shape here. Make sure to attach to underwire. I want this tight, but I don't want it like so tight actually. The problem is like all of my length is between here and here. I'm worried. I just have such a long torso. If I could take 2 inches out of my neck and put it in my legs, I'd look more normal. Okay, we're doing good. So I wanted to have a little bit of a downward tilt. We can always make it smaller. So this has got to come down a little. That's crazy. Should we just extend this to the back? Yeah. And this is why we do tests before we cut out of the real fabric, because obviously this isn't gonna work, clearly. But the shape is good, and I like this shape, but yeah, we're missing some inches for sure. Overall happy with this though. So I'll leave that the same and try to, it's like a lot of coverage that we're missing. We're just gonna move this dart to be part of this dart and we'll be good. Because I'm kind of doing pattern drafting with fabric, I'm just gonna go put a stitch line right through here so that I can manipulate this. I move this dart to be part of this dart. I'm gonna cut up the center of this one right to the point. So I'm then gonna close this one up. However, this dart doesn't go quite as far, doesn't go all the way to the point of the bust. And so I know that I don't need to take in quite as much at the point of the bust because it's a little bit fuller. So I'm gonna bring that over and I'm gonna stitch it to close it up. But then when I draw my dart over here, it's not gonna be a straightaway dart. It's gonna be a little bit skinnier here and then it's gonna go wider. So I wanna be mindful of that. Clean this up, and I'm not adding seam allowances yet because when I try it on, I wanna see exactly what it's gonna look like. I don't wanna be guessing what it's gonna look like with less seam allowance. And you can see this was the original line and we've added a good amount of coverage here. So now I can take it back to the machine and I can do my dart up and I can try it at least on one side and see how we're liking it. We're gonna recut this so that way we can actually slim out our dart here like we need to. Everything else will be the same, but the dart will be a little different. Okay, we try again. Okay, this is the old one, this is the new one. Yeah, that's awesome. Yes! Nailed it. It is gonna be very booby, but when you have boobs, what isn't? I think that's it. Let's do it. In order to get my darts on my fabric, I'm gonna use some tracing paper and my tracing wheel. I put the tracing paper behind so that it's on the wrong side of my fabric, and I'll flip it and I'll do it to this one as well. Easy. Ooh! This layer's done. Before we add sequins to this though, we're gonna add an under bra. Makes it look like I've got my girls done. Underneath this, I'm going to have kind of like a power mesh bra to help lift the girls because this is just gonna be on top. It's not gonna give any lift. So what I need to do is I held this up and I marked where the underwire on my bra is because the underwire we're using matches this very well. So I marked that on here and I'm going to take this side piece and I'm going to extend it to where this would be. And I'm gonna make it out of power mesh to create some back tension so that it'll actually pull the underwire underwire back, because really this part is only going to be tacked to the underwire. It's only going to be tacked right here and right here. This isn't going to be the supportive system. This is just laying on top. I don't want this to have any tension on it, but the power mesh is going to have some tension. Also, the power mesh bra is going to connect to the underwire and it's going to go up through the neck as well, which I am a little bit worried about that because I don't want to have tension on my neck, but we got to do what we got to do. So now I'm going to trace this piece and make the band and the cup out of power mesh. Okay, well, it is gonna work, but it just needs some tweaking. It's like 1 a.m. should call it. Now I'm going to attach the power mesh layer to the underwire. I just went and closed these edges off and I pulled it super, super tight out. As I did that, I just want it to be taut. And now I'm gonna start this over here on the edge. I'm gonna fold this under because there is some seam allowance on this. This is the same kind of shape as the pink lining that we've got going on here. So I'm gonna flip this under. And I'm wrapping it around, honestly, not for much any other reason other than I feel like it needs to be a little bit shorter than the pink lining layer because the pink lining layer doesn't have stretch and this has stretch. And so I just want it to pull my bust up a little bit more, so that's why I'm wrapping it around rather than just attaching it to it, because it's going to shorten the length of it a little bit more and hopefully give a little bit more vertical stretch. And I'm pinning this to itself and to the covered underwire. And I'm going to be super careful as I sew this so that I don't sew through my underwire and break my needles. I could also, after I have it pinned, I could also slide the metal piece out and do it on my cover stitch machine, and maybe I'll do that because that would be a little bit neater. Yeah, I'm going to take the underwire out if I can, and it might be really difficult. Hold on. So much nicer than it would have looked had I done a single stitch and tried to just avoid the underwire. That looks so much better. Let's put the underwire back in. This is layer 1 of the top. This is going to be the very, very base layer, what's on the underneath side that you're not going to see. And then we have layer 2, which is our lining layer, our first pink layer. And now we're going to get started on the sequin layer because I haven't started on that yet. I can already tell I'm going to hate having this on my neck. I hate halter tops. The underbust structure definitely helps a ton. It's not all of the weight on my neck, but a whole night of this, I really don't want to do the bust darts in these sequins, so I'm going to do absolutely everything in my power to not do them. To avoid doing the dart in the bodice, so I'm going to try to just drape it in here and do it all in one piece rather than having to do a side seam as well, because I think whatever I do to limit the sequin sticking out, the less it's going to bother my underarm. So we're on a mission. We'll see if it works. I think I did it. And I think I'm not gonna have to do any darts. That would be so beautiful. The sequins are proving very difficult to work with. Not necessarily difficult, just like annoying, I guess. Big Sequin doesn't want you to know this, but if you cut the sequin and not the thread that it's attached to, you don't knock off all the sequins next to it. We don't have time for that though. We have a concert to get to. Serge the sequin fabric to my lining, and now I'm gonna take it to the machine. And I think I could do a straight stitch or I could do a zigzag stitch because the neckline and the armhole are cut on the bias. I think I'm gonna do zigzag so that way it can like bend and retract with my body. I fear that if I do a straight stitch, I'm either gonna pop some stitches or it's gonna stretch it as I sew it, and then it's gonna kind of bend away from my body. So I'm gonna take it to my singer and I'm gonna do a zigzag, and I'm just gonna move sequins out of the way as I go under some of them, over some of them. And then I know that when I'm all the way done, I'll probably need to come through and fill in some blank spots like right here. So I'll do blank spots all at the end. But I'm really excited about how it's coming together. Now it's time to combine the inside layer with the outside layer. Okay, let's try this on. What we have of it at least. This simply isn't gonna work. How is this still so wide? I needed to say it like that. I just don't know if this is gonna work. That is so frustrating. Okay, the top's done. Pretty pleased with it. Don't know if I like the height of this, but I like that you don't see any armpit squeeze. So we'll leave it for now. We'll see what the full look ends up looking like. Happy to report, this doesn't bug my underarm. Oh, and I don't have this all the way done up. Well, that looks ugly. Fine from that side. Maybe I'll sew myself into it on the day or do like a little snap or something. Wow, could I have chosen color that is closer to my skin tone? Probably not. This is like exactly the color of my skin. So spray tan's gonna do wonders here. Yeah, wow. Need a spray tan. Stat. Let's try this bad boy on. It's gonna look so good. You literally can't even see it. It looks so much like my skin. I'm so pale. It looks so cute. It's gonna look so good. It's gonna hurt my neck so bad. Couple more finishing touches, then we can be done. Hem it, finalize this, tack these down. I put it on the mannequin for the final reveal so you could actually see what it looks like, because you really can't tell against my body. Love her. I don't have shoes to wear with this. As I stand before you, it is 12:30 a.m. on Thursday morning, technically. And the concert is Friday at 7 p.m. And I wonder, can I make shoes for this in time? How much time would I have? There's about 40 hours until the concert. Should I make shoes?